Have you ever worked a job where there's that one weird rule everyone follows, but nobody talks about why? Well, at the Crestwood Hotel, that rule was simple. You never, ever open room 204. The hotel itself was a relic, standing at the edge of town like a forgotten gravestone. Its walls were stained by time, and the long, winding corridors seemed to whisper stories that nobody wanted to hear. For years, room 204's door stayed locked. If a guest asked, the official line was under renovation. But every single employee, from the housekeepers to the manager, knew the real reason. They knew the last person who went into that room never came back out. Then came Evan. Evan was the new night clerk, a guy who didn't believe in ghost stories or urban legends. All he believed in was the need to pay his rent. The graveyard shift was perfect for him, quiet, solitary, and it paid the bills. But as anyone who's worked the dead of night knows, quiet can turn into chaos when you least expect it. It was almost to a bend. The hotel was silent, wrapped in the deep stillness of the early morning. Suddenly, a soft ding echoed through the lobby. Evan looked up from his book, the elevator, but that was impossible. He glanced at the booking system on his computer screen. The entire 4th floor was empty. Every single room vacant. Confused, he pulled up the security feed. The monitors for the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd floors showed empty, silent hallways. But the 4th floor, nothing but a screen full of fuzzy, crackling static. Just a glitch, he muttered to himself, trying to brush it off. But an unsettling curiosity started to pull at him, a strange feeling he couldn't ignore. He grabbed his heavy-duty flashlight from under the desk, its beam cutting a sharp cone of light through the dim lobby. He walked over to the elevator and pressed the button for the 4th floor. As the car ascended, he felt a knot tighten in his stomach. When the doors slid open, the air that hit him felt wrong. It was stale and heavy, and an unnerving coldness clung to it, a cold that had nothing to do with the air conditioning. The hallway lights flickered erratically, casting long, dancing shadows. A faint, high-pitched buzzing filled his ears, like an old television that wasn't tuned to a channel. He stepped out of the elevator, his footsteps echoing unnaturally in the silence, and then he saw it. At the far end of the hall, the last door on the left, room 204. Unlike the other doors, which were faded and scuffed, this one looked different. The brass numbers 204 gleamed under the flickering lights, as if someone had just polished them. A shiver traced its way down Evan's spine. This was the room, the one from the stories. That's when he heard it, a voice. It was soft, barely a whisper, trembling with fear. "Help me." Evan froze, spinning round. He swept his flashlight beam down the empty corridor. There was no one there. The hallway was deserted. He must be imagining it, he thought. The late hour, the creepy old hotel. It was getting to him. But then the voice came again, and this time it was closer. "Please, help me." His heart began to hammer against his ribs, a frantic drumbeat in the oppressive silence. The voice seemed to be coming from the direction of room 204. Against his better judgment, against every instinct screaming at him to turn back, he started walking toward the door. Each step felt heavier than the last. As he got closer, his flashlight, his only source of reliable light, began to flicker wildly. And then, with a final, pathetic sputter, it died, plunging him into near-total darkness. The only light came from the inconsistent, strobing hallway fixtures. He was standing right in front of room 200 for now, his hand raised, about to knock, but he never got the chance. With a low, agonizing groan of old wood, the door creaked open all by itself. The air that wafted out was thick with the smell of dust and something else, something metallic and coppery, like old iron. Peering inside, Evan could make out the faint shapes of furniture in the gloom. The wallpaper was peeling off in long, curling strips. But what caught his eye was the bed. In the center of the mattress was a perfect, clear impression of a human body, as if someone had just been lying there. But the room was empty. The voice whispered again, and now he knew it was coming from inside the room. It was from the far corner, near an old, dark wood dresser. "He won't let me go." Evan took a hesitant step into the room. The cold was even more intense in here, seeping into his bones. He slowly approached the dresser, his eyes trying to adjust to the darkness. He crouched down, trying to see what was there, thinking maybe someone was hiding. And that's when it happened. A hand shot out from the bottom drawer of the dresser, its grip like an iron vice on his wrist. Evan screamed, a raw, terrified sound that was swallowed by the room's suffocating silence. He stumbled back, trying to pull away, but the grip was impossibly strong. A figure began to crawl out of the drawer woman. Her eyes were wide with sheer terror, and her old-fashioned hotel uniform was torn and stained. She looked like one of the old photos of staff members Evan had seen in the lobby. "Don't let him lock the door again," she gasped, her voice desperate and ragged, before Evan could even process what was happening, before he could ask who he was. A deafening sound echoed through the room. Slam the door to room 200. 4 slammed shut with violent, final force, plunging them into absolute darkness and trapping them both inside. The lock clicked, sealing their fate. And in the chilling silence that followed, Evan realized the hotel's ghost story wasn't just a story, it was a warning. And he had just become its newest chapter. What do you think happened next? Does Evan escape, or does he become another permanent resident of the Crestwood Hotel? Let me know your theories down in the comments. Thanks for hanging out with me in the dark. If you enjoyed this story and want more tales from the shadows, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Stay safe out there.